Welcome back, everybody, to Well Life Wednesday, where we have honest conversations about mental health, healing, and living well in real life. I am one of your hosts, Cristy, your licensed clinical mental health counselor supervisor.
And I'm Iris, your licensed clinical addiction specialist associate. And I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Most definitely. Today's conversation is one that a lot of people need, especially people who are used to pushing through, staying busy, ignoring what the body has been trying to say for a long time.
We're talking about listening to your body, your somatic awareness.
And this is such an important topic, Iris, because many people know they're stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally drained, but they don't always realize that the body often notices it first.
Yes, sometimes your mind hasn't caught up yet, but your body already knows something is off.
Your body may be speaking through tension, headaches, fatigue, stomach issues, restlessness, a racing heart, jaw clenching, trouble sleeping, or feeling shut down. I can attest that I have experienced all of those things
Yeah.
with my body before I went to go try to figure out what was going on.
So today we're going to break down what somatic awareness is, why it matters, how trauma and stress show up in the body, and how to begin reconnecting with your body in a safe and practical way.
Let's get into it, Iris.
Let's go.
Let's start simple. Somatic awareness is really about becoming more aware of the sensations and signals happening in your body.
Mm-hmm.
It's the practice of noticing what your body is experiencing without immediately dismissing it, judging it, or overriding it. How many times have we been, we felt something in our body and we just kept going? I experienced trigger finger, thumb going in and out of socket. I ain't paying any attention. I'm like, okay, maybe I just hit it wrong, something happened. But when it didn't heal and it started getting worse, then I had to go try to figure out what's going on. Why am I experiencing this? Or headaches, constant headaches.
Right.
Could it be stress? Could it be allergies with this pollen season? You never know what's going on, but our bodies respond first. And so we have to start listening to our bodies.
Yes. And that sounds simple, but for a lot of people, it's actually not. A lot of us, we're raised to ignore our body, ignore your tiredness, ignore your stress, ignore your pain. How many times have we heard push through it, keep going,
Yeah.
don't stop, don't feel, don't cry, don't do too much?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard all that before, but I'm one of those. I'm have to listen to my body.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
Very much do. I don't know if that's just situational awareness or um, all the things you've been through health wise, but I
Right.
guess you do listen to your body. So many people have been conditioned to disconnect from their body in order to survive, though. That disconnection can become so normal that they don't even realize it's happening.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You
And
have
we'll go ahead. I'm sorry, Chris.
that stay and go mode, you know.
Right.
I'm trying to get out of this. I don't have time to worry about uh what my body is doing. I'm trying to get somewhere safe. I'm trying to survive, and so I think people think if they stop and take note of what's going on, then that's going to be the end of them. In some situations, people do have to really push through in order to get somewhere safe, and then take note of what's going on with their body. I'm not going to say that they shouldn't. It depends on the situation.
That's what I was gonna say. Some people just stay in survival mode. Like I
Yeah.
said, they have to keep going.
Hmm.
Like I said, it's based on their circumstances, their
Yeah.
situation. And when we say listen to your body, we're not just talking about ruling out every sensation. We're talking about becoming aware enough to understand what your body may be trying to communicate. So that goes back to, like you said, being aware
Yeah.
of everything. That goes for really pretty much your overall life well-being, being surrounded of your going to the grocery store, going to the gas station.
Mm-hmm. Because the body carries information, Iris. It responds to stress. It responds to danger. It responds to grief, trauma, anxiety, overstimulation, burnout, and even unresolved emotional pain. I know when there was this big it might have been a few years ago when human trafficking was heavy in Charlotte, that's where we were. I had to I noticed how I was more aware when I got out the car to pump my gas, or if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the mall parking lot, what cars are around me. But there was this tense sensation, and I'm looking. I'm looking everywhere. I'm making sure my back is to my car when I'm pumping gas, making sure my doors are locked and my key is in my hand and I'm ready. Your body responds to things when you don't even realize it. And as we're sitting here
Mm-hmm.
talking about this, I'm thinking about the different instances that my body has responded in to different situations. When you're a passenger in a car, I've been in a 4 car collision when I was in high school, and how me being a passenger, my body, I think it's a response mode of shutting down, so that I'm not aware in order to keep my anxiety level down. Um, Other passengers when in the car, if you've been in an accident, people are trying to push the imaginary brake
Mm-hmm.
on that side. So it's different ways that our body responds to different situations.
That's even where we work, even in the field where we live in at, being out in the community, you have
Mhm.
to stay alert, even in the environments that we go in. So you're always trying to be aware and be safe at all times.
Yeah, we're very cautious when it comes to that because
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte has its areas, right? And we're aware, so we're cognitive of the time that we're out.
Mm-hmm.
We're making sure that we're looking because it doesn't matter. To be honest, day,
All
night,
night.
anything can pop off at any time,
Mm-hmm.
and we just have when we're in certain areas, we just have to be cautious. Or if I know I'm going to go to a client's home, I'm gonna pick you up and we're gonna go to somewhere safe and have our session. I'm
Right,
not gonna
right.
go in your area. I had one of our staff say that because of the car he was in, they were the community was watching him, not knowing because he was new to our team, and so not knowing who he was and thinking possibly drug dealer, gang banger, something like that. And so
Mm-hmm.
approaching him, and he got out of there. He didn't even get out the car yet. And so we just have to be,
Yeah,
aware
most definitely.
of situations.
And a lot of times people think healing is only mental. They think if they can do better, feel better, but healing is not just cognitive, it's emotional, relational, spiritual, and physical. So that covers every aspect of our life.
Mhm. It does. I think if one is off, it messes up the rest. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna throw the rest off. So
Right.
if physically we're not doing well, chances are we're not emotionally or
There
spiritually
you go.
well. If you are um, emotionally unwell, the signs are going to show up physically. It's
Mm-hmm.
all connected. So the whole point of this is wellness, wholeness,
Yes.
con- connecting the dots, people,
Right.
and doing the work in each area of your life. I think that's what we started out our first, season one. I think this the first or second um, episode was about how all of this is connected,
Mm-hmm.
and we broke each one down as we went on throughout the season. And
Right.
so just being mindful, and now we're talking about how our bodies really can be affected by our experiences.
That's so true, Chris.
The mind and the body are connected, like we said. So your body has been holding stress for a long time. You can't always talk your way out of it because the nervous system is still experiencing it. People who have not been healed and delivered from things, their body can still react to it. Their behaviors can still be reactive to it, even when they're not experiencing stuff. If I've been in
Mm-hmm.
a bad relationship, an abusive relationship, when I get into a new relationship, I still might have that trauma and my behavior still may be as if I'm in that relationship because I'm not healed. I didn't do the work to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that I am well, so I'm not taking that into the next situation.
That's good. That's so very important.
So when someone is experiencing chronic stress or trauma, the nervous system may stay activated long after the event is over. Even if they're no longer in danger, like I said, their body may still respond as if the danger is present.
And that can look like constantly being on the edge, easily startled, having trouble sleeping, always scanning the room, feeling irritated, overwhelmed. Things that seem small
Yeah, I
can
can
be
attest
a,
to that.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably have displayed all of those that you just hollered out.
Me too.
Yeah. And then the other side of that, Iris, is people may don't feel activated. They may feel numb, shut down, disconnected,
Mm-hmm.
tired all the time, foggy, heavy, detached from themselves and others. I think when I was experiencing not trying to figure out the new season in my life, where I was going, I had accomplished all my goals, and now it was like a stop moment of I don't know what direction to go in. I think I was there for about a year of being disconnected. It was a bunch of fogginess. I was detached. I was just going through the motions of life. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
really have a purpose and momentum that I normally have. And then there's that other side of where you get burnout and stressed and irritated, and there's time where I need to take a time out and reset.
Right.
So you need to be aware, and not only for yourself, but the people around you, your loved ones, because they might not even notice the behaviors and what the body responses. Iris, I remember when I started, I was grieving and I was put on some medication to help me focus and kind of get through the day. Some of the side effects were going to be could be very severe, and I remember saying to you, "Hey, be mindful or watch out for these signs because
Mm-hmm.
if I see them, then I need to talk to my doctor." And we need to be aware about that with anything, not just medication. So if you're experiencing, um, maybe it might be you're grieving and it's that time of year, their birthday or a certain holiday, and you know that that might be uh, you might be reactive to that. Talk to your loved ones, your supports, and say, "Hey, I need you to really check on me during this time."
Right. Right.
Know the job is stressed out, but you're not in a position to find a new one. Talk to your friends about, okay, we gotta make sure that I got an outlet where I can let off some steam or find something that relaxes me so that I'm not constantly feeling unappreciated or overworked.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about communication. Is
Yeah.
the bottom line to that.
And both those can be trauma responses. One person looks anxious and wired. Another may look emotional and drained. Both may be signs that the nervous system is struggling. That saying again, that our body gives us signals. It
Mhm.
tries to make us aware that something is not quite right, something is off here. So we have to start paying attention to those little warning signs that we're getting.
Yeah. And the body often learns how to adapt for survival. If your environment taught you that it was not safe to rest, not safe to feel, not safe to speak up, not safe to trust, your body may still carry those patterns. I've
Mhm.
seen that with children. I've been in situations where I was doing therapy for children that were adopted into families and trying to get them to understand that it's a slow process. This child is coming to a new environment with strangers. I know you want to love them and be a parent and all of that, but there has to be um, understanding of their experiences. And it's hard too when you talk about doctors, but they don't have information and they don't know where
Mhm.
it came from. You don't know what a child experienced. And so now you're just going off behaviors. Children often get labeled as bad or aggressive conduct, all of that, but you don't know what they have experienced, how they are
Right.
reacting could be because of the things that they experience.
That's why some people say, I don't know why I can't relax or they feel guilty when they rest. I always feel like something bad is about to happen. All those are, like I said, signs of people not being able to pretty much focus at that point. If you're saying that I can't relax, are you feeling guilty? That's that the mind playing tricks on you. You're forecasting already that something bad is all going to happen, or I feel guilty about this. But where's the evidence of
Mhm.
this?
Yeah, yeah. And and the other thing to that, Iris, too, is that a lot of people feel guilty when they're trying to better themselves or take care of themselves.
True. That's so
Don't,
true. Mm-hmm.
don't, because we don't know the bridge that brought you over, what you experienced, how you got there. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's you're doing a disservice to yourself if you feel guilty for trying to do what's best for you or staying away from those areas or those people who you know might trigger those responses in your body and mentally. So it's just about you doing what's best for you at that point.
Yeah.
And this is where compassion matters, Iris, because instead of asking what is wrong with me, it may be more helpful to ask what has my body learned?
Mm.
What has the nervous system been trying? How has the nervous system been trying to protect me from? What it's been trying to protect me from? And so I think I don't know if people understand too. When you're a child, your body can protect you mentally, and so you can forget things that might have happened to you, and then you don't even know why your body is responding to the way it's to different situations, set scenarios, because it was protecting you. And so though that's why you have to ask the questions and get the help and work through some of those things.
Think I like to go back to compassion. Compassion goes a mighty long
Yeah.
way. And we have to start being able to show compassion. That's
Yeah.
where it begins, especially when we don't really understand anything. We be so quick to, now what's going on here? What's wrong with them?
Yeah.
But like I
Oh,
said, compassion goes a long way.
it is.
That shift is powerful. What you said, just we just talked about, Christy. It moves us away from shame and towards understanding.
Yes.
That's yeah. Go back to understanding.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because too many times people already shame,
All by
feeling shame,
themselves.
yeah, all by themselves or feeling embarrassed, and then we want to other people want to judge and forecast shame, trying to make them feel shame of where they
No,
are.
you help with that. People don't need your help feeling bad.
No, now
They are
that's good, right? All about say they don't.
they already there. They don't need you to point out the negative,
There you
their
go.
limitations. They're aware. Sometimes people just don't know if you're not coming to help, offer
It's all right,
solutions, be quiet.
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Mhm.
You just pointing out the obvious, stating the obvious is not helpful at all.
Let's talk about common signs your body may be asking for attention.
Mhm.
So let's make it practical.
Okay.
Sometimes people don't realize that their body is speaking because they're waiting for some huge sign, something to fall out the sky, just drop in the lap. But
Now, we can take that biblically. People waiting for blessings.
come on, they just drop in your lap.
If you haven't done the work, if you haven't, uh, you just waiting on the harvest, and you ain't been out there tilling, going through,
Right. Ain't planted nothing.
planted not now seed, ain't got a bit of mustard seed faith, but you expecting blessings to just fall out the sky. It's the
Come
same
on.
thing. Common signs: tight shoulders, jaw clenching, headache, stomach pain, digestive issues, chest tightness, shallow breathing, fatigue, racing heart, trouble sleeping, restlessness, feeling frozen, zoning
Mm,
out, body aches with no clear medical cause.
my
These are
Lord.
all signs that your body may be needing attention. And so we have to realize that um and pay attention to those things before it gets worse, because it can get you often see the signs and the red flags before the accident or the main event happens,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so if we just pay attention to those signs, we a lot of times we can eliminate the main issue coming up.
And everything you name, Chris, I'm sure people have experienced majority of those
Mhm.
and just, you know, pushed it off and shoved it off and say, okay, that's nothing.
Definitely.
And for some people, it may show up behavioral. It can be irritability, snapping at people, avoiding calls, overeating, isolating, staying busy all the time, and just um, reaching for substances. And that's what some people do.
Def-
Needing constant distractions.
yeah, those are all good.
Yeah.
Because when we don't know how to process what's happening in our bodies, we
Hmm.
often try to manage it through behavior. Come on.
There we go. Now,
That's for everything. When you can't process what's going on in your life, your surroundings, it often becomes we see it in our behaviors.
there we go. See it all
Yeah,
the time. We
yeah,
start
yeah.
taking it out on other people.
Other people. Hmm. It's always something.
Yeah. And as addiction specialist, I want to say that many people use substance, food, spending, even sex, overworking, and other habits to regulate their body from what they're feeling, for what they can't feel, pretty much. So they resort to those things
Yeah.
so they won't feel anything.
Hmm. You feel
They
stuff.
try to numb the pain.
Yeah. But a lot of times we have feelings but can't name it.
Yeah, that's true.
When we dealing with children in therapy, we often have to show different emotions. Give
Hmm.
an example of this is a happy face, this is a sad face, this is an angry face. Tell me what you're feel. Point to what you're feeling. Some of us adults need to point to what we're feeling
Now that's good, Chris.
because you don't know. You just angry and don't know that it's deep seated fear, it's deep seated hurt. It's rooted in something else. You out here um, can't communicate effectively because of what? Why?
Hmm.
That's real. Sometimes those behaviors are not just about lack of discipline. Sometimes they're attempts to escape discomfort, numb pain, or quiet an active nervous system. We so quick to want to just numb something, to just stop something. I don't want to feel it, so I'm just gonna do this real quick.
That's right.
I don't want to talk about it, so I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to experience it, so I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to fail, so I'm not gonna do this. I'm not even gonna try.
Hmm.
You can look at that in any way.
And this is why the body awareness matters. Because when we recognize I'm not just irritated, I'm overstimulated, or I'm not lazy, I'm exhausted, I'm not weak, I'm dysregulated, then you can respond differently.
I like that.
So, like you said, we had to go back to being able to communicate effectively where we are.
I
That's
like
like when we go to the doctor's office and they ask you, how's your pain? What kind of pain you in? You just say, I'm just hurting. And then they be like, we're rated from 1 to 10. And
mm,
even though it's frustrating, I'm in pain, but they need to know. They're trying to see how to treat this.
that's true. Because that's annoying. Because I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't know how to rate it. It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
It just hurts. Or when you at the eye doctor, that's another one. I can't. Listen. I can't read none of that. And you ask me what's clear, what's not. They both look the same. I'm blind, so
Mhm.
you get easily frustrated. But you have to relax yourself because in the end, if you just take the time to recognize just
Yes.
a mediocre changes. It's significant. You'd be surprised. I come look when they give me my glasses. I'm like, "Ooh, I sure can't see real good because I took
Hmm.
the time."
There you go.
You can meet the need instead of only judging the system.
Hmm.
You can meet the need instead of only judging the symptom.
Hmm.
We judge a lot of people's symptoms and never recognize the needs that they have.
Right.
A child is acting out in school. Could it be because they ain't have breakfast? They ain't had a home cooked meal
They didn't sleep well the night before.
or because chaos. Those are all symptoms, and we so quick to judge it. but we never stop to ask people, what's going on? Are you
Right.
okay? Why many people struggle to feel their body? For some people, the idea of tuning into their body sounds peaceful. For others, it sounds terrifying.
Mhm.
Terrifying. You know how many terrified people there are in this world who are scared of facing
The
facts?
truth. Yeah, the truth.
The truth. It might be easy for some of us because I'm one I can point it out. But for some people, that is a hard reality to face.
Hmm. Because if you've been disconnected from your body for a long time, getting quiet can feel uncomfortable. You may suddenly notice anxiety, sadness, tension, anger, or grief that you have been pushing down. There's so many people in the world. So many.
Or maybe your body has never felt like a safe place. Maybe you've experienced trauma, chronic illness, abuse, panic, addiction, or instability.
Mm.
So reconnecting with your body may feel calming at first. It may feel vulnerable. Let me read it again. So reconnecting with your body may not feel calming at first. It may feel vulnerable. I think I talked about how,
Mhm.
we deal with a lot of homeless population. Instability takes a toll on folks.
Yes,
I
most
don't know where I'm
definitely.
gonna lay my head, where I'm gonna get my next meal. I don't have any medications. I ain't seen my primary care doctor in over four years. People don't know what those people, displaced people, have no idea what's going on internally with their bodies.
Mm-mm.
And they're already on 10 experiencing mental health. So imagine we're out here trying to meet people's immediate need just so we can get to the deep seated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for people to be vulnerable when they
Vulnerable.
don't
Yeah.
trust people because people who have tried, who said they were going to help them, didn't show up, who didn't come through,
Mm-hmm.
or because of their experiences, they don't follow through with the plan. How many times have we been in situations where we come up with a plan of action, clinical recommendations, and it's hard for them to even follow?
Right.
And as I'm sitting here talking, I'm talking to myself as a clinician saying, I have to have a little bit more understanding.
Mm-hmm. And that's important for people to hear. Somatic awareness is not about forcing yourself to feel everything at once. We keep telling everybody it's a journey, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. But the fact that you're working towards it, that's the key right there.
It
Working
is
towards it.
most definitely baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Iris, you said in some episodes ago, it's about the momentum. Just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
The effort,
Yes.
it's in the stillness and the stop where we get caught up in sidetracked,
Mm-hmm. That's it.
complacent. But if you actively keep trying, even when it's hard, even when you have setbacks, you might take 10 steps one day and 15 up forward and 15 steps back the next day. But as long as you keep stepping forward,
That's it.
it's about learning to notice in small, safe ways.
Mm-hmm.
Healing does not require flooding yourself, it requires pacing, gentleness, and safety. I like
That's
that.
it. I love that. And sometimes the first step is simply naming one sensation.
That's good.
It can be as simple as my chest feels tight, my stomach feels heavy, my shoulders feel tense. That's enough where you to begin. Just identify one sensation.
Yeah.
And
You
let's go back to my analogy. If you take that to your doctor's office, my chest feel tight. They
Yeah.
heard it so many times. That's enough to give them something to where they know where to start, what kind of test they need to run. They give
Good.
you support right there.
Good. Iris, I think you had said uh, some symptoms get you rushed back immediately the other day.
Yeah, what when we was out eating and I thought I was having a stroke when my mouth twist.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went to the hospital, that's what they called out the code for a stroke, because that's what I looked like I was having,
Mm-hmm.
and took me straight back. Though I didn't have to wait in no waiting room. When they see me, go and take her to the bed. Something ain't right.
But that's a perfect example of noticing your body. We were sitting and you were like, Chrissy, something wrong.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you asked me, did I notice? And I said, I don't see nothing, but you did. You felt it.
I felt it because I know how to eat, and that's what it was. I was eating, and my food kept falling on my shirt and in my lap. And then when I tried to take a drink, it was running down my mouth. So that's when I asked Chris, am I okay? Is something going on with me? Because, like I said, I know how to eat and I know how to drink. Yeah. And for that to be falling on my shirt and in my lap, I knew something was off. But I was feeling fine.
Yeah. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
You do not need to have the perfect words, Iris.
There you go.
You do not need to analyze everything. You just need to start paying attention.
Oh, that's good right there. Read that again, Chad. That's good.
You don't need to have the perfect words. You do not need to analyze everything. You just need to pay attention. What's the song? You better wake up and pay attention.
That's it. Why? You ain't got to be perfect out here.
Nobody's asking you to. We put a lot of stress on ourselves.
We do. We do. The difference between thinking and noticing.
Okay.
Let's talk about something important here. A lot of people are very skilled at thinking about their feelings, but not actually noticing their body. Did you catch it?
I did.
A lot of people are skilled at thinking about their feelings, but not actually noticing their body.
We skilled at thinking about a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Are we not?
Right.
But we don't pay attention and know the signs of anything, evidence of anything, actions. We have thoughts, but don't put it into action. That was good. Mm-hmm. That's such a good point. Someone may be able to explain their stress story in detail. How many have we been around people who can explain their story in detail? They may know exactly why they are upset, but if you ask, what do you feel in your body right now? They freeze.
Now, that's true.
We can talk about it, but we don't ever sit in it and feel it, experience it.
Because that question requires presence, not just analyzing.
It requires presence, not
just analyzing.
Come on here. I don't need an analysis about stuff. Just
you need to be present.
I'm here.
Right now.
Right now. And there's nothing wrong with being reflective. We're not saying that. Insight is helpful. But insight alone does not always create regulation. We can have insight all day. But if there's no action behind it and consistency, what's the point of the insight? What you doing with the insight? It's just, you're just talking. It's just a good talk game. You got a lot of thoughts.
That's why some people can explain their trauma beautifully and still feel trapped in the same nervous system pattern.
My, my. Because healing also involves helping the body experience safety, grounding, and regulation in real time.
So instead of only asking, why am I like this? We can ask, what is happening in my body right now? That question slows things down because now you got to think about what's going on with me currently in my present situation.
You got to be present in the moment,
In the moment.
not past, not
But
future or what you call it, forecast.
mm-hmm.
Now in this moment, what am I experiencing?
Yes.
It
Yes.
brings us into the present moment, Iris.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us are not present.
Nope. We still back there.
Or we're too far gone.
Up there again. Forecast. We already thinking over here, but can't even get this right here settled.
Get this straight. Be in the moment. Your past shouldn't define you, and you shouldn't be fearful or running towards your future when you haven't been in the moment and dealing with the here and now. I survived. I'm not a victim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dealing with this now. I'm a survivor. You become a victim when you take it with you and don't do nothing about it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I survived because I got through it. I know how to handle it. I know how to deal with it. I'm in a much better place, and it's not hindering me from being my best self now. Survivors go on to tell the story.
Right.
You see the rose come through the concrete with a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about simple ways to practice somatic awareness. Let's give listeners some tools. What are some safe and practical ways to begin building somatic awareness, Iris?
One of the first tools is the body. You can check in, pause for a moment, and ask, what do I notice in my body right now? Where am I holding the tension? Do I feel heavy, tight, or restlessness? Tired, warm, cold, or numb, or active?
And keep it simple. You're not trying to perform.
Right.
You're just observing.
And another tool is noticing your breath when it changes right away. Just notice if you're breathing is shallow, fast, or tight,
Yep, yep.
smooth or restricted. So those things will be important.
Because the breath tells a story, Iris.
It does.
And many people don't realize how often they're holding their breath when anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed.
No, that's true. Another helpful practice is grounding through the senses.
Grounding technique.
What are 5 things I can see?
Mm-hmm.
4 things I can feel? 3 things that I can hear? 2 things that I can smell? And 1 thing that I can taste.
Yeah. That helps bring the nervous system back into the present
Mm-hmm.
because you're actually taking notice of the things you
Currently
see, hear, feel, taste, smell right now.
Mm-hmm. Movement is also a somatic tool. Stretching, walking, gentle swaying, shaking out your hands, rolling your shoulders, putting your feet on the ground. Put your feet to the floor.
Putting your feet to the floor, to the ground, you're grounding yourself. You are connected with something that's safe. And I want to say this clearly. Somatic awareness does not always mean sitting still. Sometimes safety comes through movement.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get out of there sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Remove yourself.
Yes.
Leave amongst them and go over there where there's plenty and they doing what you trying to strive to. Get to move.
Yes. Especially for the people who feel trapped or frozen, movement can play a tremendous part of your healing journey. Keep it moving.
Other helpful practices may include placing your hand on your chest or stomach,
Mm-hmm.
noticing the support of the chair beneath you, unclenching your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, softening your hands, drinking water slowly and intensely, stepping outside and feeling air on your skin. Sometimes you just need some fresh air.
That's all. These things sound small, but they'll help reconnect your body and remind your nervous system that you're here right now. So let's talk about somatic awareness recovery. I want to speak specifically to the somatic awareness recovery because it matters so much. Many people recovery has spent years disconnected from their body.
Oh, that's true. Yes, absolutely.
And sometimes substances have become the main way to manage stress, pain, fear, loneliness, shame, overstimulation. So once substances are removed, the body may feel loud, emotions feel intense,
Mhm.
physical sensations may feel unfamiliar.
That can be overwhelming in itself. Yeah.
And that's why building body awareness and recovery, um, it must be done with compassion
Def-
because so many times the families have, like I said before in episodes, they have burnt their bridges, so they don't have that support system in their family anymore.
mm,
Sometimes they feel like they're being punished. Um, they feel the pressure of not having that tight group or that support.
mhm,
So during those times, the question is, what is my body feeling? What am I needing?
mhm.
What am I actually craving? Am I overwhelmed? Am I lonely? Am I dysregulated? And am I tired? Am I triggered?
That's
What
good.
is my emotional flood? Everything is flooding in on me. I'm just feeling all those things.
That level of awareness can create space, Iris.
It can. And it helps separate the urge from the deeper need. And when people begin to identify what their body is actually asking for, they can start responding differently.
That's powerful because the goal is not just removing the behavior. The goal is learning how to care for yourself underneath the behavior.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes, yes.
somatic awareness and boundaries. Somatic awareness also helps with boundaries. Your body often notices what your mind tries to excuse.
That's so true. Because sometimes your body tells you in a relationship that it's draining before your mind really admits it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, most of the time you done checked out in your body.
yeah. Now that's true. You may notice dread before a call, tension before a visit,
Come on.
exhaustion after certain interactions, a knot in your stomach when you say yes but mean no. Nah, I
Yeah.
don't because my no is strong.
And if you ignore those signals long enough, you can end up overriding yourself constantly. So
Oh,
you're going to be on that cycle.
overriding yourself. Do you hear that?
Hmm.
Overriding yourself, which leads to resentment, burnout, and disconnection. So sometimes listening to your body means realizing this situation keeps dysregulating me, or I don't feel safe here, or I need more rest, more space, or stronger boundaries.
Your body not always the enemy. Sometimes it's the first truth teller.
Now that ain't that true.
So let's talk about what's listening to your body is not, what it is not. Let's also clear up what this is not.
Yes, listening to your body does not mean every discomfort is danger. It does not mean you stop functioning every time you feel stressed. It does not mean you avoid all hard things.
And it does not mean self-diagnosing everything. If the medical concern, if you have a medical concern, see your doctor. We love to Google everything now, and then you done got yourself worked up.
All right.
If the symptoms are intense or persistent, get the support you need.
Yes, somatic awareness is not about fear. It's about information. It's about learning the difference between discomfort, activation, exhaustion, safety, intuition, and overwhelm.
And it's also not about perfection. You are not failing if you forget to check in with your body. You are learning a new relationship,
Yes, I like that.
right?
A new relationship with yourself.
Come on.
Let's do a short check in together that listeners can follow right now, Iris.
Okay. If you're able to pause and get still for a moment, not rigid, but just still enough to notice.
Take one slow breath in and one slow breath out.
Now ask yourself, what am I noticing in my body right now?
Notice without judging. Do you feel tightness, warmth, heaviness, tingling, restlessness, numbness, pressure, or maybe fatigue?
And then ask, where did you feel it most?
Now ask, what might my body be needing right now?
Maybe it needs rest, water, silence, movement, a boundary, a deep breath, reassurance, support, prayer, a break, a safe conversation.
Yeah, whatever came up, just notice it. You do not have to fix everything in this moment. Awareness is a beginning.
And I want to encourage the people that are listening who have spent years ignoring themselves, the one who is always strong, always productive, always helping everyone else, and always pushing through.
That's right. Your body matters too.
Your exhaustion is not laziness, your attention is not a weakness, and you being overwhelmed is not failure.
Your body may be asking for what your mouth has not said yet. More rest, more honesty, more space, more support, more care.
And listening to your body does not make you selfish.
No.
It helps you become more honest, more grounded, and more well.
Healing is not only about changing your thoughts. Sometimes it begins with noticing your breath, unclenching your jaw,
Mhm.
feeling your feet on the floor, and finally giving your body permission to not live in survival mode forever. So, as we close, we want to leave you with this: your body is not a problem to control,
Mm.
it is a place of information, wisdom, and signals that deserve your attention.
And you do not have to reconnect all at once. Start small, start gentle, and start honestly.
Ask yourself this week: what has my body been trying to tell me?
And what would it look like to listen with compassion?
Thank you for spending this time with us on Well Life Wednesday.
And if this episode has helped you, share it with someone who may need it. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and stay connected with us for more conversation of healing and mental wellness.
Take care of yourself this week.
And keep choosing your wellness at one step at a time. See you
Bye,
guys.
everybody.